All right, good morning. It's a bit early. I'm in the process of opening up the house, and I open up the back door, and there's a giant box sitting there. And I'm not quite sure what that is, because Casey didn't order anything. My auto dock stuff is coming next week on Monday, it says. So I'm not quite sure what this is. It's also quite cold. It's like 36 right now, it's freezing. Well, there's no name on this box. There's no label. The auto dock boxes say auto dock on them. So what is this? Oh, there's a label. What does this say? Oh, does this say auto dock on it? Interesting. So this, I'm guessing, is my sway bar, my subframe, all stuff for the Savoy. But my tracking says for Monday of next week. So, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's dope that it's here now, but that's just, that's really, really weird. Oh well. So yeah, if you look here, you can see it says delivery for Monday of next week, and you can see it's still in transit. So I'm wondering if that box there is just the sway bars, and this stuff coming on Monday is the control arm and the rest of the stuff. Get in there. Like I said, I'm assuming this is the sway bar from H&R, but we shall see. Yes, there they are. That's what you want to see. That's the word you want to see. What is all this stuff? Wow, they gave me literally all of the packing material. This gigantic box for this little box out here. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why, but I'll take it. Yes. Yeah. And then for anyone who is wondering, all of the H&R stuff is TÜV approved. Now, our cars being military cars, we don't need any of that kind of stuff, but if you do need it, all this stuff is good to go. Whether you get springs, coilovers, sway bars, spacers, any of that kind of stuff, it's all good to go. All right, let's see the goods. Let's see the goods. Oh boy, there they are. And I love this blue color they use. So on Miley, we did 25 in the front, 28 in the rear, because I want to have a stiffer sway bar setup to compensate with the bags. Now on the Savoy beyond coilovers, we did 22 in the front, 25 in the rear, just a little bit less stiff. Those coilers from ST do have the dampening adjustment, so we can probably dial the suspension pretty nicely, but I want to try a different setup on this car and see how it does. So we've got our rear sway bar marked with the R, we have our front sway bar down here, we have all of our certification and stickers in there, and you have the front bushings, I want to say, yeah. These ones go in the little eyelet piece, and these ones go across the actual beam itself. And then this is all the stuff for the rear sway bar, just as we did on Miley. And then one other small detail, the 25mm rear compared to the 28mm rear, this one only has one mounting hole that has the bushing that goes in the center of this, where on the 28mm one on Miley, there's two holes for a stiffer or less stiff setting, basically. So yeah, there you go. Sway bars for the Savoy, which are dope. And if you want the part number, it's right here, 33865-1. That's for the 22mm front and 25mm rear. And then I also want to note real quick, if you have the VR6 front subframe or the European GTI 5-lug front subframe, this kit will not fit your car. The rear beam will fit your car because it's the same for the solid rear beam, but the fronts actually mount up differently between the 2-liter subframe versus the VR6/5-lug GTI subframe. The VR6 ones mount on the end of your control arm, where these ones have the little eyelet piece that goes through the center control arm. So make sure you get the right kit, because this kit will not fit yours. At least the front won't fit your car. And to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, I actually have a spare 5-lug GTI subframe versus my 201s over here. It's kind of dark, sorry, but this is a 2.0 or smaller subframe control arm. You can see the difference between this one compared to how this one back here is shaped. You can see differences, yeah. And then these ones, the sway bar mounts through this portion of the control arm, where on these ones, you can see this little piece back here. Let me put a light on it real fast. It's kind of thrown back here, but that piece right there. So you see how it mounts on the edge of the control arm versus this one mounting through the center. So make sure if you have the larger VR6 or GTI 5-lug subframe, you get the right one for your car. All right, so plans for today. Actually, hang on. Woo! Quick second to just, she'd be looking so good. Actually, quick update on the engine before we talk about the car itself. I have a buddy of mine who's making me a nice intake elbow to go from here, the throttle body, over to right about here. So that way we can ditch the big stock airbox and the ugly plastic tubing. And then also the clutch for this, it said it shipped. So I'm hoping about a week or so till it's here. If it doesn't get stuck in customs or anything crazy, but hopefully about a week or so, we should have the clutch for the VR5. So the goal for this car today, I want to put the entire car up on jack stands, remove all the wheels, and then in the front, remove the remaining suspension components, so the front knuckle and the tire assembly, because the new ones are coming next week. And then in the rear of the car, we're going from drum brakes to disc brakes. Now I already have the rear stub axle and the brake caliper for the rear. All I need is a brake rotor, but I'm trying my best to keep progress moving on this car. So you guys saw how massive that box was that the sway bars came in. Look at this. Hold on. Hold on. What's going on?
I'm just scared to do it out the window.
So she wants to take the box and ride down our stairs, which with the box being that long, it should work, but we have marble stairs, so you're gonna come flying down and probably right there.
All right, you're gonna get stop right.
I'm not stopping you.
We're gonna do a test run by itself.
Okay, go ahead, by itself. Oh, that bottom section right there is gonna hurt. It's gonna hit right there, and you're gonna go through the front of the box and somewhere right here. How you feeling?
I put our pillows in there, so I think.
You put pillows in here too?
Well, I needed padding.
Oh yeah. So what do you think? I think when you hit right here, wait, you dented the box.
Wait, what?
You dented the front of the box. It hit the front like right here so hard because it just drops the flat. All right, well, you do some more testing. You let me know. I want to be here for this. So once you hit right here, it's gonna be like a nice thump. You should be fine. You're fine. Honestly, you're fine.
Open the front door.
Huh?
Just open the front door.
Open the front door and send you into the street? No, this is a hefty drop right here. Okay, well, you do some more R&D and let me know. Total faith in you. Total faith in you. We need to get out of this house. All right, so coming back to this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and get the power steering reservoir, this piece right here. The brackets over there, I'm gonna get that mounted up real quick in the corner, and then we'll go ahead and start pulling off all the rest of the pieces. All right, so the mounting bracket is in right there. You can see all bolted up and good to go. Nice and sturdy, not going nowhere. All you need to do is take this now and simply set it on top. If I can line it up. Bam. Nice, out of the way. Not gonna see it. Very clean look. All right, so now with this done, we can put the car up in the air and pull everything else off. I also ordered 2 more cans of the LB6T paint. The same stuff I used to paint this, which you look side by side, came out really, really nice. We'll be doing the brake booster next and the front and rear calipers, which I think will be a nice little touch for the car. You know that meme where they say, I did the alignment myself? This is one of those times. Like how funny this car looks with both wheels pointing in like that. Ding! Got that angle kit looking good. So what the actual plan is to put the VR5 in the back of the Savoy and make it rear-wheel drive and slide this thing. Now, sadly, that's not the actual plan for the car. It would be pretty cool though to have a rear engine, rear-wheel drive Mark III Golf and just slide it around. Now, I'm sure you've seen ECS Tuning. They have their black Mark III Golf that has the BMW V8 in the front. It's rear-wheel drive, super cool car. But before that, I actually saw one back, I wanna say 2013, 2014, a long, long time ago back in Florida. On Craigslist, there is a black Mark III Golf that has an SR20 swap, rear-wheel drive, super cool car. I don't know if it's still around or what happened to that car, but this was a long time ago. But that was like the first rear-wheel drive Golf I ever saw, and it looks super cool. All right, so the car is fully up in the air. Now we start pulling stuff apart. All right, so with the wheel out of the way, this is our current front braking situation. It's a little bit crusty. Actually, it's a lot. It's very, very crusty compared to our beautiful coilovers. This is a product we did with the ST a little while back. If you haven't seen that, these things are awesome. Check out that video. But they actually say the Savoy project right there, which is super, super cool. But this is nice. But all of this has to go. So I'm pretty sure this is a 239 millimeter solid steel rotor. There's no vents in it with a tiny little caliper here. This is common on a lot of the European cars. When in the States, the 256 is the smallest you could get, where the VRs had 280 and 288. These cars came as small as 230. I think this is 239, but it's very tiny. It's solid steel. Everything's crusty down here. And the biggest problem with this is, well, this knuckle. So if you look back here, the caliper carrier arm right here is actually part of the knuckle. It's all one piece. So with this current knuckle, you can never put a bigger rotor because this piece here will not move. So I have a new knuckle, I have new calipers, I have new rotors. It'll all get changed out and be much, much better. So my original plan for the front of this car was to use the calipers off Miley, the OEM 2-liter calipers, and then use the vented 256 millimeter rotor, which would be a very nice upgrade compared to what it has now. Because I had all this stuff in stock ready to go, and this car's will be running a long time ago, and I wanted to get done quick. But now obviously we've taken a lot longer, and now I have a set of G60 calipers, so we can do the G60 caliper with the 280mm rotor, which is a very nice upgrade. But now I'm thinking, if I don't use the G60 caliper, I might go with a 4-piston Willwood setup, which would be really nice, and then still utilizing the 280mm rotor because I like that size a lot. I can fit 15s, 16s, pretty much every size wheel I want to fit. If you go really big with the brakes, you have to stick with like 17s or even 18s if you do a massive rotor. So I don't want to have to do a giant wheel just to fit the brakes. I like the 280mm a lot. It's proven very well on Miley. Handled the Nürburgring, no problem. That's just G60 calipers with a 280mm rotor. I might go to 4-piston Willwoods on actually both cars, so we will see. But that'll give me a very nice lightweight package with plenty of stopping power, so I think that might be the move. We'll see. So either G60 with 280 or 4-piston Willwood with 280, one of the two. So normally pulling out your hub out of a Mark III takes a little bit more time, but thankfully the engine's gone, the control arm's gone, most stuff's already out of the way. All we need to do is the one bolt right here and then pop the tie rod up and out, and we have the 2 bolts holding the hub to the coilover itself, and then that is it. Very easy today. Alright, so at this point we have both of the front knuckles, calipers, and rotors, everything out of the way. This one put up a fight. You can see these are very crusty, and the tie rod ends into the knuckle right there. We're just in there like crazy. This one was kind of stuck, but this one I had to hit the thing at least like 100 times, but it finally came out. Now, all we have left is the tie rod assembly from there to the rack on both sides. I had to pull the boot up and see. I think you might need a special tool to spin it off, I think, but if not, that's the last piece in the front, and then everything is gone. Let's get an update here. So, we bumping or what?
No, you can tell that I'm not.
Wait, did the fuse work or no?
Yeah.
What? Did that fix that or no? No? I've been waiting for so long. I just want to hear some bumping. Oh, you got a light though. The light's on. That's fancy. This is the amp not working still? Oh yeah, I see that protect light's on. The protect light is on.
Everything. Did the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, she's redone everything. All like the remote wire, everything's there. There's power to the amp. But then I think the amp is bad, honestly. But your fancy blue light, that's pretty cool. I like that. So it's kind of funny. I started pulling apart the steering rack, and every like hose clamp is different. We had a metal zip tie for the outer side of the boot there. Then we had a plastic zip tie for the inside. Then we had a metal like push together one for the other side. And then on this one, we had one of like the hose clamp style one. So every single clamp on the boots was different. I think they've been replaced before. I mean, I would assume because every single one's different. Also pulled off the bushing that goes to the steering rack. I have a new one coming, and I want to paint this. And if you look inside of here, you can see the big knuckle, which is the inner tie rod. I think there's a special tool for this, but I think a large adjustable wrench will also work. I think. We'll see. Well, I wish I was recording that, but I wasn't. I just punched myself in the mouth really hard. But I broke it free, which is nice. But I had it like this, and I was pulling up, and then it broke free, and then I punched myself in the... Yeah, I'm bleeding. That was dope. Well, at least one side's done. Hopefully the next side I won't punch myself in the face. Let's go ahead and spin this on out of there real quick. Out. How far? Out. Like I said, all these new pieces will be here on Monday. And then once I have the knuckles back from Martin, he's still sandblasting those ones, then we rebuild the entire front end. Voila. There is our old tie rod assembly. Messed up boot. This end's kind of floppy, so this can go over here in our scrap pile. Okay, on the next side. All right, side number 2 has been broken free, and I didn't punch myself in the face. Very nice. Actually, it's much harder this way once the steering rack, like the subframe's gone, because usually it's mounted to the subframe, it's very sturdy, but I had to use a jack stand to hold this side up, that I can press down and have it like flop around. But we broke it free, and I didn't get hit in the face. So that's always good. So we'll spin this one out real quick. And then we're just about done for today. I was gonna work on the back of the car, but I wanna get some more lights. It's very dark back there. So maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'm gonna pull out the brake booster as well today. And then pretty much get the front all done. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Get out of there. Please. Oh, it's spinning in the thing. How dare you? It's spinning. Oh, maybe it's not. Was it? Please give it. This is hard to do one-handed. I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah. Okay, well, now my hands are greasy and it's stuck in there. So, stand by. Yeet. All right, so the front of the car is looking nice and empty. This is pretty cool because this is the first time I've pulled a Mark III in the front apart this far. So this is pretty cool. Next up for today, probably the last thing for today, I'm gonna pull out the brake booster real quick. That'll get painted LB16 to match the rest of the engine bay. I wasn't gonna paint this, but I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get a brand new one so it's nice and clear and OEM looking. Same as the coolant ball. I was gonna run the Mark IV coolant ball, but it doesn't quite fit in the OEM place because I'm not shaving these places. I'm gonna leave them all stock. But it has this weird thing at the bottom, so I could make it fit, but I don't really need this sensor, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that's just for a coolant like level sensor. So I'm gonna run the Mark III one, get a nice new one that's nice and clear, and that'll sit here because it fits like it's supposed to. So that'll get taken care of here shortly, and then I think I'm gonna go through and paint the brake lines as well because they're nice that they're there, but like they're crusty and stuff. So either wrinkle black for these or maybe paint matched for the brake lines as well. We'll see. What do you think? Paint matched, OEM clear, OEM clear. I think we're gonna have ourselves a very, very nice looking bay when it's all said and done. So I'm not gonna lie, being quarantined kind of sucks and I'm ready to go back out in the world, but this 2 weeks at home has been very beneficial to getting this car way ahead. Like, we got so much done. The engine's just about fully done, making huge progress. More parts will be here Monday. So being quarantined is not ideal, but it has definitely paid off significantly. All right, this shit has come out now, I think. I didn't bolt it in, did I? Did I? No, I didn't. Uh-oh, I might have bolted one of the bolts in. Oh, I did. I hate working under the dash. No, why would I do something like that? How dare I? Okay, I think I did one bolt on the inside, one of the 13s. Why would I do that? Stupid. Stupid. Okay, so now it should come out of there. Thank you. Oh, the brake lines got me. They got me. Release my booster, please. Okay. There she is. So this will get sanded down. All that grime down there will go away. And this will look just like that, which I think will be a nice little touch. Okay, so I am done for today. The front of the car is all gutted and removed. All my new pieces should be here on Monday, which means come next week, we can rebuild all of this. So I have one more thing to show you guys today. It's not exactly car related, but it is long overdue and I'm super excited about it. Okay, so I'm not sure if I showed this to you guys or not yet, but this is my little desk area where I edit videos, that kind of stuff. We got some trophies up there, some books, some stuff from Wolfsburg, Nürburgring, my camera gear, some more stuff, and then my laptop and my secondary screen here. Now, I've been editing with this computer. I've had this computer since 2011. This Toshiba, she's a bit old, okay? She's hanging in there, but she's a bit old. So when I got the GoPro Hero 8 in December for Christmas, I used to do all my videos on my big camera here, which this computer could handle, and I could edit it for the most part, no problem. It wouldn't like skip or lag, it was fine. The GoPro here, the file size is bigger, the quality is much higher. This computer has a hard time with this camera. So believe it or not, since December, I've been editing all of my videos. Every video you watch since then till now has been edited all by sound. I can't really watch the clips that are there, but they skip like crazy, and so I can't actually watch what I'm doing. I kind of just edit my videos off memory and I go by the sound. So believe it or not, I edit all my videos off sound only. But today, my buddy of mine, Grady, you've seen him before, we go on a lot of trips together with him. He does a lot of computer building, lots of cool stuff. He just upgraded his computer system to a newer one, and I bought his old setup, and this is it. And it's beefy. So big old screen. I don't know all the specs to this, how to get it from Grady, but like it's a beast. He can edit like 15-minute 4K videos in like, or not edit, but render 4K videos in like 10-15 minutes. This thing has plenty of power. It's got a cool window on the side of it here. I think like glows and lights up. Keyboard, cool little mouse, have the speaker system, big old screen, and then my cable is here. So I bought this from him. Much needed upgrade, like a much needed upgrade. My little laptop, she's been doing good, but I've had this since 2011. I got this before I graduated high school, and it's been doing good. Every video you've seen has been edited on this computer. It's been doing good, but like, it's definitely time to upgrade. So I'm super hyped on this. I'm gonna set it up real quick, but I'm excited. So get excited because the videos quality should get a lot better. I'm able to do more editing, cooler features, this and that, just because this computer just couldn't do it. So I'm excited. A much needed upgrade. All right, how to bring it to the light real quick. I want to show you guys the inside because it's kind of fancy. So you pull this panel off here, and then bam, whole lot of things. Don't quite know what any of it is, but I have it. So there's this thing down here, and all these fancy things inside there, and that, and this big old thing, and some stuff back there. Yeah, there it is. This is Viper. That's cool. Yep, I think this is a wireless antenna piece back here. But yeah, he built I thought I'll get the full spec sheet of what he did, but I know it ran really well. So I'm excited. All this fancy stuff in here. Okay, so no joke, many hours later, it's up and running. Now, the entire problem was my own personal fault, but I ended up tearing apart the entire thing with Grady's help and going through this entire thing. So now I know what all this stuff is, like the graphics card down there, the CPU, all the rest of the stuff, the cooling fans. I pretty much took apart half the thing because we were trying to troubleshoot what the actual issue was, and it came down to the issue being on the back here. We have a couple of different spots. So there's a USB, or sorry, a HDMI at the top, but I didn't realize the graphics card had its own HDMI ports. I didn't even see them, and I literally pulled the entire graphics card out. Didn't see it. So that was the issue. Swapped over the HDMI, restarted the computer, and now, bam, it is working. Took a long time. This thing, this computer like this is like basically like an engine. You have like so many pieces and power cables going here and there, but we got it. What an adventure that was. I'm gonna end it off here. It's very late, and I still need to edit this video, but how to swap out the screensaver. Good old picture of Miley getting chased down by the R32. Definitely a fun day. Like I said, I'm gonna end it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed, even though this wasn't all car content, but still, I'm super excited for this. I've been wanting a new computer for the longest time, and to be able to actually edit videos and watch them play through is gonna be like I said, I've been editing videos by sound only since Christmas of last year. So I'm excited. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.